number one, when you allow people to get away with unacceptable behavior, that's a sign that you don't respect yourself. And nobody respects someone who doesn't respect themselves. And so when you are not able to draw hard lines in the sand and to tell people, listen, if you cross this line, I can't mess with you, and then stand on that and don't mess with them, then it's nothing to respect in the begin with. So this is the thing. When you as a person have boundaries and you have standards, and then a person, maybe y'all just getting to know each other and they mistakenly overstep your bounds, that may be acceptable one time. You warn them, you let them know what it is. But once you let them know what your boundaries are, once you let them know what your standards are, and they continue habitually to overstep their bounds, to overstep your boundaries, then they don't respect you because you don't respect yourself, because you wasn't in a position to say, hey, listen, I don't tolerate this, I don't go for this, and I'm not going to deal with it.
Any person that's disrespecting you, it doesn't matter. They disrespecting you. It is what it is. There's nothing to me that most people could do to stop that. I don't want to say, oh, they, like the question says, people don't respect the person that accepts their unacceptable behavior. It don't matter if they want to sit here and choose to do these type of things, and they doing it to you. Let's say only doing it to you only. That means that they're just being manipulative. It has nothing to do with you per se. I wouldn't say, oh, you're not the man and you didn't get your girl in line. You just with the wrong girl. If we were gonna talk about it like that, or you're just with the you're just with the wrong man or whatever. Because you can't. To me, you can't really force people to be in a certain space. You should still have the same level of respect with everybody. Now, if you're married, the same respect that you have for your husband, I mean, it should be the same across the line when you go out in public, with your father, with your cousin, with your friends. Because if you're only going to respect your husband and not respect other people around you, then that means you're just a bad person. And I don't want to blame people for other people's actions. I think it's just that person. Now, if you see something like qualities in that person, like they have a level of disrespect that, let's say they were brainwashed in, okay, and you want to have the patience to kind of knock that down, then you have the right to do so. But as far as people being disrespectful, it is what it is. They just disrespectful. I wouldn't say that you're not a man because you have someone that's disrespectful. You just need to change a damn woman or man.
I'm in agreement with that. I ain't no arguing that.
Yeah. When you, as a man, have a woman that you're dating and she oversteps a boundary, and you already know it's kind of like either her habit of doing it or is in it, no matter what it is, it's most likely already over because she felt comfortable doing it to you. Ladies, y'all tell me if I'm wrong. A woman would do and say certain things to this man over here, but would never say that same thing to this man over here. Am I right or wrong?
That's true.
So when it comes to you as a man, if she oversteps a boundary that is blatant, it's already over, because to a certain degree, she doesn't see you as a guy that is either going to speak up for themselves, or she doesn't care if you speak up for yourself because she's going to do it anyway. The first time is usually the end, in my opinion.
You know what? I think another mistake that I've seen some dudes make is how many times we've seen dudes who like women who are openly disrespectful to other people and then are surprised when they get disrespected at some point. How many times you heard, I want a mean girl that's mean to everybody else? I want somebody.
This is where y'all contradicting yourself.
Wait, a guy saying that?
Wait, can I
never heard
get
a
in
guy
on
say
this?
that he wanted a chick that was a bitch.
I have my hand up
else?
next, actually.
Oh,
Can I get in on this? I ain't saying nothing on the topic yet. Hey, yo, can I get in on this? I ain't saying nothing on the topic yet.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yo, what I would say is this. Number one, when you allow people to get away with unacceptable behavior, that's a sign that you don't respect yourself. And nobody respects someone who doesn't respect themselves. And so when you are not able to draw hard lines in the sand and to tell people, listen, if you cross this line, I can't mess with you, and then stand on that and don't mess with them, then it's nothing to respect in the begin with. So this is the thing. When you as a person have boundaries and you have standards, and then a person, maybe y'all just getting to know each other and they mistakenly overstep your bounds, that may be acceptable one time. You warn them, you let them know what it is. But once you let them know what your boundaries are, once you let them know what your standards are, and they continue habitually to overstep their bounds, to overstep your boundaries, then they don't respect you because you don't respect yourself, because you wasn't in a position to say, hey, listen, I don't tolerate this. I don't go for this, and I'm not going to deal with it.
All right. Go ahead, Ali.
And again, I don't think a lot of people are intentionally doing this, and sometimes they are intentionally doing it. I'm gonna go back to what Lady Di was saying, and I love when you put questions like this on the board, because it's typically of how people will say certain things when they mistreat somebody. If people don't respect the person that accepts their unacceptable behavior is a phrase, it's taking accountability from the person who's already not a good person. You understand what I'm saying? Why is that even a quote? But it's good that you put this here, because people use that to be able to be disrespectful to someone, be able to use someone, be able to degrade someone, be able to do what they would want to do to somebody. And then this is the problem we have with a lot of men as well too, right? Brothers will say, hey man, if that girl would disrespect you or do these things, leave them alone, right? And then Sweetie was saying sometimes it's hard to leave. That's what Enos was talking about, right? But if she's disrespecting you and you accept the disrespect, I understand where you're coming from, Sweetie. But if we all acknowledge that she disrespected someone else and did them wrong, we also have to acknowledge how many times when women or men does somebody wrong, there's other people ready to save them right away. And then we do accept them. So it still takes accountability away from the fact that you either going to do right by somebody or do wrong by somebody. But as a collective, we do not address the fact that that's a lie in itself, because the whole society is ran by accepting unacceptable behavior. We love it. We love toxic behavior. We love taking advantage of each other. We love coming to these panels and mistreating and disrespecting each other. And we compete for it. There's people on this panel who come here to compete to be dysfunctional and to be chaotic and to be disrespectful as well too. So that's a lie in itself. We as a society, we love the disgusting things in society. We love the sex. We love the disrespect. We love to use people. We live in a superficial world where the person who cares less has the most power. Now, if you're talking about people with integrity and love and a respectful society, the person who does love the most, that's a powerful person. But without in that society, the more disgusting you are, the more careless you are, the more you mistreat people, the more you fear, that's who has the most power. We love to accept unacceptable behavior.
That's not the person that has the most power. That's an illusion of power. That's not real power. Because if you ruling by alleged fear, then you're not powerful at all. Because guess what? That same fear, that same level of fear that you have will turn against you and eat you alive. Look at Suge Knight. Suge Knight is a prime example of a person who led by fear, and that fear turned in on him. It only lasts so long. That's not real power.
Now, how did you
power
hear?
is not obtained
Exactly.
through being real power is not obtained through
Israel,
being
do good
disrespectful.
men,
But let me finish.
No, you jumped in. You didn't even let me. You didn't even let it settle in what I said. Hold on. No, you didn't.
You stop talking. Real power is not
Hey,
obtained.
somebody got to be the bigger person. Somebody got to be.
Well, yo, brother, he stopped talking, and he stopped talking, and I addressed what he said. Real power is not attained through disrespect or through fear. Real power is not obtained that way.
Are you done?
That's all I'd say.
So how is the world run? How is the world? So do good men run the world or corrupt men run in the world?
Both.